The Honourable Minister for Admin Services.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I'd like to seek the leave of the Chair to respond to the questions raised by the Governor for NCD yesterday.
Leave granted.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. The questions raised by the Governor for NCD yesterday were very important. And some of the questions that he raised were covered by the Special Parliamentary Committee report on the 2022 National General Elections. And much of the work we are undertaking is based on those recommendations that were made by the committee. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the first question that was asked was about the delays in the counting and declaration that prevented the Governor of NCD from participating in the election of the Prime Minister in 2012 and then in 2022. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the National Capital District as our capital city should be the easiest and one of the first electorates to be successfully completed and declared in the elections. It should be given premium status in the elections and used as a model electorate on how elections should be conducted and concluded in the country. If we fail to do this in the easiest electorate, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the challenges can only be difficult for the rest of the country. Mr. Deputy Speaker, we cannot change the past, however, we can certainly change the future. And the future is the migration from paper-based voting to a hybrid biometric and electronic voting. For biometric to work effectively in the country, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we must register all our citizens using biometric technology, and the good news is our NID registration is already utilizing this technology. Mr. Deputy Speaker, as of today, we have zoned the city into 84 registration sites, employed additional manpower, prepared both media and social media awareness and marketing strategies, stepped up security support, and we are ready to deploy 84 teams to conduct a full-on registration campaign in the city starting on the 1st of December. Our goal is to achieve 95% of registration of the city within the next 30 days. The PNG Civil and Identity Registry and the PNG Electoral Commission are both working in partnership in this effort to ensure NCD is the election model for the nation's registration strategy. This is also the discussions, there is also discussions to bring external help to complete the registration for the rest of the country. Mr. Deputy Speaker, there are also plans to have a dedicated NCD election operation center that will monitor logistics and security and possibly implement the hybrid biometric and electronic voting and account, which could be piloted in the 2027 national general elections. These measures will ensure that the National Capital District will be one of the first electorates to be declared in the 2027 general elections. Mr. Deputy Speaker, to further strengthen the work that is going to be taken on the 1st of December, to date, within the last 3 months, we have printed and issued over 500,000 NID cards, which we are now currently distributing to our citizens that have been long awaiting for to be done. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the second question, we must ensure special circumstances used in the Southern Highlands in 2017 and 2022 elections must not be used again in Papua New Guinea. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the election reforms is also targeting legislative amendments to strengthen the election process and also ensure we capture the migration from paper voting to biometric and electronic voting in the very near future. With the recently created the recently created vacancy of the role of the Electoral Commissioner, our Prime Minister has instructed for the position of the Electoral Commissioner to be advertised both locally and internationally so that we can find the best commissioner to take us to the 2027 national general elections. The new commissioner will work with the relevant government agencies to tighten the legal framework to prevent such circumstances from happening again. For now, the legislative reforms are currently being reviewed by the Constitutional and Law Reform Commission and the Department of Justice and Attorney General to ensure the criteria for declarations are very clear. These legislative reforms will be required for Parliament to ratify no later than the 16th of September 2026. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the third question, what plans do we have in place for one person, one vote, and avoid double voting, avoid ballot stuffing, and avoid hijacking of the ballot boxes? Mr. Deputy Speaker, the biometric and electronic voting technology companies in the global market have demonstrated a variety of system options and can even tailor a system to suit our country's voting conditions. We can use biometric verification to identify individuals through NID card, through the use of fingerprint, and through facial recognition for validation. By using this method of identification, the system will recognize once, register you once, and allow you to vote once. The technology enhances, strengthens, and restores credibility to the election process. We can also use electronic voting kits to ensure one person, one vote is registered and encrypted for data credibility and data security. The kits can be designed to be activated at the polling sites using either a single or multiple passwords to activate the kits. The kits can also be geofenced up to 100 meters GPS radius, and it will only be activated within that confined GPS location. If we use ballot papers as part of the hybrid system, the kits can be designed to recognize the security features, both visible and invisible, and accept the vote. Mr. Deputy Speaker, at the end of the day, the election results for the polling sites can be transmitted using either telecommunication towers or satellite and transmit to a central counting location in Port Moresby. You can also establish transparency centers in every province so that everyone can monitor the results of their candidates and also observe the result of the entire country. If all the polling sites can send their results to the central counting center in 1 hour, all 118 seats can be declared in an hour. This is the technology that is available for us to use. Mr. Deputy Speaker, we must also implement and continue to implement tougher penalties as deterrents. Our lack of enforcement continues to give leverage to those rogue candidates that continue and may continue to try to continue to derail the efforts of the elections. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the fourth question, protecting women's rights to vote freely. Mr. Deputy Speaker, in the recent national population census count, 49% of our population were women, and by right, women can contribute 49% of the winning margins of candidates in elections. The biometric and electronic system will give women the same voting rights as men. Their NID, fingerprints, and facial recognition will provide their fundamental right to vote. Without these reforms, we can expect the same outcomes in the elections. The fifth question, should we engage foreign troops like New Zealand in the 2027 general election? Mr. Speaker or Deputy Speaker, The conduct of the national elections is a sovereign and constitutional responsibility of Papua New Guinea. Engaging foreign troops will only undermine us as a country. There is discussions happening currently to look at possibly engaging military through a national election call-out. This approach is similar to the practices in Southeast Asian countries, for example in Philippines and in Indonesia, where their military participate in election security whilst the police force concentrate on law and order matters. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I hope these answers have provided some assurance to the good governor and to our country that the reforms we are undertaking will make a progressive difference towards the future. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.